I gotta teach someone some online etiquette, and I'll let you guys know how that goes. Maybe. I don't know. I just don't like when things become personal and professional at the same time. Like, I wouldn't be doing this unless I took it seriously. Just saying. I don't know. I don't know, whatever. See, now I'm kind of in a bad mood because of that. Like, people don't think before they type things. People feel so powerful behind a screen. It's ridiculous. Behind a computer screen, behind a phone screen. Half the shit that people say, they wouldn't say, you know, in person. And it's disgusting. It really is. Um, Cause yeah, I know people like that who, you know, they'll get mad at you over the phone, but then they'll just pretend everything's cool in person. And it's like, no, you don't have the right to do that. Nobody should have the right to do that. Like, just because you're behind a screen doesn't mean you say whatever the fuck you want. Like, that's why swatting exists, because people try to take it to the next level in terms of IRL, and like it all started where, on the fucking internet. And like, it's sad. I'm sorry, but it's like something that's plaguing our generation in terms of like the internet and whatnot. Like, swatting shouldn't even exist, and it does, and that's just. I hate to say this, but I feel like we should implement the internet police or some shit like that, because no, you can't say whatever the fuck you want online and not expect there to be any consequences. That's just my opinion. Like, some people might disagree with me, saying, "Oh, the internet is this virtual wide space where, everyone has the right to do whatever." No, because there are websites that require you to be 18 plus. If there was a website that required you to 18 plus, why is it 18 plus? If you're 17, you can't get on that website. I'm just saying, like, it already exists. People just don't care. And the more people just don't care, the more they think they can get away with. Until one day it turns into swatting, and it was. If you look at RTU, he referenced the incident where RTU is a Review Tech USA. He called it. He said that eventually swatting is gonna kill somebody, and it did. Like, the police came into this dude's house and they shot him because some swatter said the guy had a bomb, and like, somebody's dead because someone took a death in Call of Duty personally. Like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Uh, Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. It's just something that's really bothered me over the years. Like, ever since, even before I started social media, when I was just it was just like on AOL Instant Messenger, right? Like people say whatever the fuck they want on there, man. And like, that's why would reporting exist if it wasn't necessary? And as time goes on, maybe reporting needs to cover more bases. Maybe reporting should be harsher by Twitch standards. I don't know. I mean, my stream is 18 plus, and I barely have any 18 plus content. I just don't want to deal with non 18 plus. And if you're two-factor authentication, authorization, whatever, that also helps. Unfortunately, if you change your phone number, it makes it difficult as well. But besides that, I'll probably keep that in mind for next time. I'm not gonna forget about that. That was horrible. Like, I think I went a week without streaming, and like I was very YouTube inspired that week. But it happens. Path of Exile 2, right around the corner. It's not on my screen right now because I have too many games loaded on there right now. The one right next to Genshin Impact with that little red spaceship, I think that's a hard one. I think it's one of the harder ones. The one with the balloons to the right, to the left of the yellow game with the airplane on it. I think that should be easy platinum. Uh, Super Jumpy Ball and Pachi Pachi are not related to those easy platinums. These are I think that's the company is Kazarian. I don't know what that means, but that's what all these games come from. These they're not one button games like some of the other ones, but these are actual games that actually look decent, and you could tell a lot of effort was put into them, rather than just timing and hitboxes like the one button platinums, or one X button platinum, cross button, whatever you want to call it. Well, I need to get a drink, and yeah, I'm just I'm very disappointed that I do not have tomorrow off, because I don't remember the last time I took a day off. The only time I think I took time off was during the pandemic, when I was exposed, but I wasn't showing symptoms, so I had to wait a week. Like literally, like I waited a week in my room because I live with three at-risk people, and I was basically just moving around at night. Like I couldn't go to work. I like the only things I could do was play Genshin Impact and use the internet, and that's all I did. And it wasn't that bad, but it did get repetitive. It did get old. And like every once in a while, I would go outside, just to get some air and sunlight. But yeah, that was the last time I took a day off. If you can even call it a day off, technically it was a week off, but I wasn't being paid for it. The unemployment boost was over, so everyone was returning back to their jobs, at least the people that weren't doing it virtually. And it was the way it was because of the way it was. And this thing is like, I asked for fucking one day off, like, and like it's not anyone's fault. Don't get me wrong. It's just the way the schedule happened, but it's just like I shouldn't need to like inform everyone there at my workplace that I'm taking a day off, because I only report to one person right now, and it's like, from what my coworker and I understand, like it's not that she doesn't care, it's that she doesn't care as long as the job gets done. As long as there's no complaints, then everything's fine. And that's the general feeling my coworker and I get from her. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I mean, um, just had some topics on my mind. I have a couple ideas for some YouTube YouTube videos, but this still in the works. I have a couple easy ones I can do. The algorithm is not in my favor anymore. I don't want to say I peaked, but it's definitely, if it's not in my favor, I'm definitely in a downswing. And like I'm fine if I'm fine as long as I'm making videos for anyone, not just my subscribers. It's just, like once I hit that 1,000, maybe the public watch hours will be easier. I'm more than halfway there, so I don't know. I just want the prestige of it. I honestly don't care about like the profit avenue of it, because yeah, of course the money would be nice, of course, but um, like, you might be wondering why my Twitch channel is charity only, and that's because, well, I don't know how to explain it. It's because I feel like YouTube revolves more around money than Twitch does, because YouTube is basically becoming like TV. I don't know if you guys watched the YouTube video recently, like a popular one. It's basically commercials that you can only skip at certain times or after a certain time limit, which is basically TV. Because back in the day with cable, you would just change the channel, and you can't do that right now on YouTube unless you stop waiting and pick a different video. But then for that video, ads are going to come up too. So it's basically becoming like TV. I hope other people realize that it's in my opinion, at this point, is already TV. Every way the YouTube commercial shows, it is already TV. Ah, maybe. But yeah, Twitch. I think I would say long term, Twitch is more profitable. But in terms of short term, I think YouTube is well, no, like this is everyone who has the opposite. Like I in the past at least, maybe not now with the downswing, but in the past it's so much easier for me to get YouTube subscribers than it is Twitch followers, and I don't understand why that is, but for me that's the nature of the beast, and I'm trying to see what I can do about it, but at the end of the day, it's like I will say that if you're dedicated to Twitch, you could go pretty far. Like we're not talking about whatever like 20K viewers when you go online. We're not talking like that. But I think if you're dedicated enough, and a lot of it is just being streaming at the right time, in the right channel, blah blah blah, stuff like that. Cause I don't know, like my latest follower, I think it's a she, but I'm not sure. But she I should just say they followed me at I think it was like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. like last night, and I was just at the right place at the right time. So I don't know. I would say the majority of my Twitch followers are bots. Like I don't know why they don't take themselves off, but they are bots. Almost 100% sure they're bots. But they want to follow. I'm not gonna stop you. Whatever. But yeah, I don't think the big Twitch creators. I don't think they have a problem with follow bots anymore, or just people selling shit or trying to self promote on the channel. Like if they're that big, they have moderators. They have, and in some cases, they pay their moderators like it's a job. And I'm sure they handle other things like Instagrams and whatnot. But moderators become necessary. The bigger you get, in my opinion, the more moderators you need. And I would assume it'd be understood that if you were moderating for someone for a long time and they didn't blow up yet or go viral, eventually you would pay them. I mean, like, wouldn't that, if you're making money off of your product on Twitch, like, doesn't it make sense to pay them, like, because they're helping you with that product? I don't know. Maybe I'm looking at it the wrong way. I don't know, but like, maybe some people think, oh, we're friends. Like, if you're a moderator, I don't have to pay you. I don't know. I've never been in that situation, so I don't know. I've never been in any of those situations in Twitch. I have what, 22 followers right now. I have 23 followers right now, and like I'm the only viewer here. So you might be wondering, why am I still streaming and talking? Because right now my VODs channel, you can see in the lower left the hyperlink, is getting more views than my main YouTube channel. So the YouTube channel with the VODs is getting more views than my main YouTube channel, and a lot of that has to do with the algorithm, blah blah blah. But you know, I'll take it. Hey, whatever, I'll take it. Like, the more people watch my VODs channel, the more likely they're gonna watch my main YouTube channel, because there is gaming stuff on my main YouTube channel that I don't put on Twitch. In the live stream sense, I don't. There's some gaming stuff I don't put on a live stream Twitch. But yeah, I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna call it at least maybe quits for the rest of the night. If I happen to pop back on, I'll let you guys know, or you'll get the message. If you ring that bell and hit that notification thing But yeah, I don't know the terminology half the shit. Just listen, guys. If you look at my overlay, this is the most basic shit I've ever seen, and like, I don't have a problem with that. I'm not gonna fucking pay money for someone and their overlay. I and you're gonna come to my stream and try to sell your overlay to me on my stream, and it's I understand it happens all the time, but like, it's so like unnecessary. It's so callous. Like, it's I don't know, man. Like how would you feel if I showed up to your workplace and tried selling some vacuums? I'm just walking through the cubicle trying to sell vacuums to your coworkers. Like, wouldn't you be like, what the hell are you doing? I don't know, man. I don't know. What is it? Is it vacuums or what? What is it these days? Solar panels? What is it? Is it kitchen knives? Is it windows? We get windows a lot. There's lawn care. Yeah, a lot of uh lawnmowers and shit like that. Gardeners. Yeah, yeah. I think we should put up a sign that says no soliciting, and maybe a beware of dog sign too, just for shits and giggles. I bet you that would stop at least a couple people. But yeah. I don't know, sometimes I think it's just dumb because like the seller or whatever you want to call that person, they stand like maybe like 5 feet away from you when you're opening the door and shit. So it's like, if you're standing away from me, am I supposed to be standing away from you? Cause like, like, I don't know. Like, I wish I could make you guys understand that better than I can explain. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. Like, so your safety and whatever you're selling is more important than my own safety. Cause you just knocked on the door of someone you don't know. Like, and if I walk out there, I'm exposing my tattoos, and you see me, and it's like I've had delivery drivers, right, like food delivery, like like Chinese takeout or something, and they bring it to the house, and like they look at my tattoos, and they suddenly get nervous and stuff. I'm like, yeah, this is what happens when you solicit. Yeah, it's just, I just think it's funny. I don't know. Like, personally, I think in terms of the physical sense, I'm harmless for the most part. But we'll see. We'll see when the apocalypse comes. We'll see who's soft and who's not. I'll be ready. I'll be ready. I don't need like stuff with me. In a time like that, you have to make shift. You have to find what you can use and use it properly. That's all there is to it. If obviously if you have some sort of firearm, you're at an advantage. But there's this thing called ammo. Like, it's not gonna last forever unless they're making bullets like on The Walking Dead. Just saying. It's basically the Walking Dead basically becomes a human race starting over again, because like they're trying to get all the amenities they used to have, like electricity, communications, and bullets, and at one point they were farming, so there's crops, and like they're just trying to rebuild to what we had before, and I'm not sure if that's possible considering I think they need to stop killing each other first, but hey, whatever. What do I know? I'm gonna make a YouTube channel called What Do I Know, and it was just me. I'm posting one video on there, and just let it simmer, just leave it there for like a year, see what happens. Oh yeah, I'm getting off for real now. Yeah, I'm gonna take a look at some of these easy platinums. I may or may not platinum them tonight, but I think the balloon one's gotta be easy. If you look at the colors, the balloon one's easy. Um, yeah. I just really don't want to go to work tomorrow, guys. Like I'm in day off mode right now because it was my understanding I had the day off tomorrow, and now I don't. And I understand that's the nature of my coworker and I. That's the nature of our jobs. But you know, if I haven't taken a day off in like God knows how long, then I feel like I'm entitled to take a day off when I want to take a day off. Um, at least one. I mean, you got to give me at least one. I mean, come on now. Yes, I realize New Year's Day is Wednesday, but I wanted New Year's Eve to have those 2 days off back to back, and my coworker was fine with it. It's just that the way they did the scheduling, now I have to be there, and it's the whole thing that people don't understand with that position. But I don't know what the solution is. Um, it just feels like the lines of communication, there's a breakdown somewhere, and like somewhere along the way, people, co-workers, supervisors, they're assuming that the lower tier of employees there will tolerate anything. And the problem is, it feels like there's that we have no objection rights to question something they do, like making the appointments at a certain time, and making appointments with gaps in between, so we have to drive back and forth. And I can process an intake in like 10-15 minutes, and then I just hang out. I hang out and wait for the clinician to pick them up, and they go have their meeting or whatever. But why do I have to drive back and forth for people who aren't going to show up? Like, that's not my fault. That's not my problem. But I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe that was in the job description that I did not read. I don't know. It's just it's bothersome. I don't know. Whatever, soapbox, right? Soapbox. All right. Yeah, I gotta take some Excedrin, and I'll probably lay down. I'll probably eat a little bit more. Like, I have to wake up at 6:30 tomorrow, which is the earliest I think I've woken up for this position. And because there's an 8 a.m. intake appointment, I have to get there at 7:45, which means I have to leave by 7:30. And in general, I have to wake up around 6:30. And it's the latest I had, I believe, was 8:30, and I'm pretty sure I never did an 8 a.m. before. But like, the people at the front desk who answer the phones aren't even there by around like 7:20, 7:30 when I call. So it's like, am I showing up not knowing if the intake appointment was canceled or not? And if it was canceled, what do you want me to do? Am I supposed to go home now just to come back for the next intake? Like, the whole thing is like, yeah, I'm just I told one of my coworkers that, like, I just feel like I'm getting a little burnt out, and I wouldn't say I'm sour about not getting that position, but I'm sour in how it was handled. Um, it was just really, I hate to use this term, I've been using it a lot. It was just a very coincidental coincidence. And some people say in life there are no coincidences. I don't know. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. And listening for the last part. Take care of yourselves and each other.